What's up, guys? Welcome back to Dub Club. Today we have the video about the DSM.
Maybe if you weren't out there street racing, you wouldn't be so damn tired.
I hate you. Okay.
All right, let's go. What is here?
We got a box.
We got a box. Hopefully it's what we think it is.
It's got stuff in it.
I hope it's got stuff in it. Pull it out, it's a rock. Bolt it to his motor, somehow make fucking 500 horsepower. Whoa. I didn't open this box yesterday just for this. Is that what? Dude, it's an O2 sensor. That's a big one. Oh, the flywheel came in. It's not the turbo.
What the hell is this?
I don't know. That's
Wait
a waste
a minute.
that's a waste of footage. It's something I ordered. I don't remember what it is though.
It's a pipe. Something. Fuel pump.
Fuel pump. Holy crap! And this big thing.
It's your fuel pump. No, it's not a fuel pump.
It's a catalytic. It's a catalytic
Why is there a piece of paper in
converter.
there?
It's supposed to burn, so you know you're making the right air-fuel ratio.
No, you're making the right power.
Alright, well, hold on. There's other boxes.
There's no turbo in there though.
How do you know?
Because there's no turbo. All those other boxes came to my house, not here.
Man.
Got ARP head studs though. What is this box? Oh,
All those gauges.
some AEM gauges and some intercooler piping. And right there is something else. We could put the trans back on though.
We do it tomorrow.
Doubt it. You're never gonna work on this car.
I'll do it tomorrow.
You just want me to make all the money.
No. We do it tomorrow.
Well, that was a waste of cameraing, wasn't it? For a cat? Nobody even likes cats.
I love cats. Not in my car though.
Cats are nice. I'm gonna put a cat in my car.
Why?
I'm GTI.
Why?
So I don't have to worry about each other.
True. I'm gonna get an 8-pound flywheel for the Mark IV.
Are you? Tell me more.
And a bigger turbo. And bigger intercooler piping.
And?
4-inch exhaust. And a tubular manifold.
You're not gonna get it.
I'm gonna make it.
You're gonna make it. Yo, dude's coming through with like a semi tomorrow to weld some stainless. This is like bash bar.
Why?
I don't know, charge him some good money, dude. Charge him $1 million.
Oh. Final product. We still gotta weld the V-band, which I'll probably do right now. I gotta go grab one. I just realized we were recording in time lapse, so I'm not sure. I kind of tried to talk to the camera, but it was in time lapse. It was like 10 times the speed, but now I'm actually talking to you in real time. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and weld up that V-band, and then I don't know if we got anything else to do for the day because we don't really have the parts that we need to. I want to do the intercooler, but we don't have the turbo. And I was gonna do the cold side first, but the cold side kind of runs in a way. Huh? Yeah, it needs the trans put on, but also the intake for the turbo might get in the way of the cold side, so I don't want to make it just yet. So yeah, let's put on that V-band. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Dub Club. It's Izzy. Taras is here working on his car, doing his thing. Right down here. And I'm stuck working on this thing. I mean, it is time for me to actually work on it because Charles has been working on it. But I'm going to be pretty much putting it back together. We got everything except for the turbo.
Yeah, right. Turbo's the main thing right now.
Yeah, so we got everything but the turbo. So we're going to head from the rear main and flywheel with the clutch on. And we'll throw the trains on and start buttoning it back up. Piece of wood with a mallet.
Oh, yeah, no. I'm good. You don't know what you're talking about.
Ooh, I'm lightheaded. Blood pressure's a little low. Alright. Alright guys, so I have the flywheel on there with a couple of the stock bolts. We're going to be putting some ARPs in there. And then we can put on the trains. So I'll go ahead and do that. If I can ever get these bolts up. Huh?
Oh, wait.
There is loop. Use up all the lube. Whenever I have to rebuild mine, and I have to buy more lube. Huh? Use some Loctite right on the tip. And then goes in. So as you can see right here, I have the crank propped up, and then this is gonna, pretty much this breaker bar is gonna run into the ground whenever I try to tighten it, so that's not going anywhere, as they say. All right, we're gonna go and spray that. Okay, and then we're gonna wipe. All right, all of that right there, that's oil and dirt. So now that that's off, go ahead and put the clutch alignment tool. Ow, I just bumped my head. I'll break your skull in half, dude. Don't make fun of me. I'll break your skull while crying. Usually the side with that like kind of pokes out more is going to face away from the flywheel, and the side that's more, you know, flat is going to face the flywheel. So go ahead and hit that. Whoop, put that in prematurely. There you go. Now the pressure plate. So let's see. Kind of in a weird spot because I don't want to put it on behind the camera, but
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, let's put the transmission in! Epidemic Sounds doesn't, it's got some decent music.
it does.
Nice. About as good as it's gonna get.
Should be good. I've ruined so much clothes working on cars.
You want to pull? I push.
Right there? What am I gonna pull from?
I don't know. Whatever you want. You got to pull with both hands, bro.
The shifter strong?
No, don't pull by the shifter.
Lift it in. This is probably where it would sit, like with the motor mounts on.
This is a heavy trans, bro.
Yeah. Okay, hold that trans real quick. Just hold it up.
Okay.
Let me move. Okay.
Got it. The back's gotta go down a little bit. There we go.
Finally done.
All right, guys, so we got a little bit more progress here. We have the turbo feed all connected up. Everything's all finished up. I just still have to. Hello. All right, so as I was saying before I got rudely interrupted by my better half, we have everything down here on, but the what's it called? The oil drain, the flange that bolts onto the turbo, I thought it was gonna be the same as the factory. On the website, I don't believe it listed anything saying that it's not the same, but it is not the same. So that is the last thing that we have to do on this car, I think, before we can fire it up and hook up the rest of these gauges, the oil pressure gauge and the boost gauge, because I gotta cut the wires to the proper lengths since I had to extend them, and now I don't know which one's which anymore because I have everything put back together inside the car. So yeah, so we got to do that, and then after that it's done, I will need to, I think that's it. I think because we have the down pipe is all done. We welded in a little cat for him right here, as you guys seen on the down pipe, but now we cut his cat back and welded a V-band flange onto there, so it's all tight, it's all on. This is hanging pretty nice and solid. Obviously the rest of the exhaust is there. So I think the oil drain is the only thing left. And then fill it up with oil, fill the trans up with trans fluid. And I think that should be it. And then we just have to put the snorkel pipe on to the turbo for the intake and plug in the MAF sensor. And then I could throw the front back together too. So I'm gonna get started on this. I have a lot of hope that we will start this car today. Izzy is actually off to Summit Racing to pick up a flange, the right flange for the oil drain, which I will then weld in. I think hopefully he can get a steel or stainless steel one, so I could just weld it. I could just cut this flange off and just weld it to the rest of that pipe, and it'll be all right. But if he gets an aluminum one, we're gonna have to you use a piece of hose to go between the two different sections, aluminum versus steel. So I guess let's get to it. Yeah, let's get started. Alright guys, so I'm not sure exactly what happened with the rest of the footage from the Spyder. We didn't film much of tuning it or anything like that, but we did film putting it all back together, and I believe we filmed the first startup, but I actually might be able to find that, so I'll throw it in this video. No! I think it's just the terminal, right?
Yeah.
Try it. Hey! Don't leave it, because there's no coolant and there's no transfer. I know, but that's fine. It runs. Shut up. Shut up, I say. Yeah, it's the Spyder's finished. We returned it to the customer a little bit ago. It should be pretty much good to go. It's fun to drive. It's not the fastest car I've ever driven in, obviously, but it's definitely a lot quicker than it was, and overall it just feels a lot better than it did before. A lot of it's because of the maintenance we did on the car, like some engine mounts. We fixed all the window rattle and all that stuff, so it just feels like a solid car now. Also, we did the bushings and stuff for the shifter, so that feels nice and tight now too. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this video. We didn't get to film much. Well, we could have filmed much, but unfortunately, we were slacking. I did buy a house in the time that we were building the Spyder, and also I put together this thing finally, my 2G. I got the engine back, put it in, it runs and drives good. I got it tuned, so it's all good to go. I actually took it down to H2O. That week, the week of H2O, I took off of work, so I got the tune all finished up and prepped the car as much as I could for the 1,000-mile drive there and back, which ended up being like 1,300 miles. The car made it perfectly fine all the way back to Ohio, until like 30 minutes away from the house, where when the alternator stopped charging, and it was just a cheap AutoZone alternator that went bad. But I actually got the car to a Sheetz. I pulled off on the highway, got it to a Sheets. My buddy took me to AutoZone. I bought another alternator, put it in, it still wasn't charging, so I ended up spending like 4 hours in the Sheets parking lot trying to figure it out. Nothing worked. And then I ended up getting towed like 30 minutes back to the shop, where I bought another alternator because I had a feeling that I just am the world's unluckiest human being, and I just got 2 bad alternators, the one that went bad, and then I bought a brand new one, and that one was bad, straight out of the box. So third one was a charm. The car's charging. However, now, after all this, like it drove the H2O perfectly fine. Like I said, like I think it's like 450 miles. I ended up leaving H2O to pick Izzy up from the airport, which was like a 3-hour drive one way, 3 hours back. I kept snapping alternator belts because my pulley somehow had a ding on it. I don't know if when I put the engine together I accidentally grabbed the wrong pulley, but I thought I only had one. Anyways, it had a ding on it, so it just kept snapping belts. Probably went through like $150 worth of belts, go down to H2O and back. But I got a new pulley now, so that should be fixed. But yeah, like I said, the car keeps just draining the battery. I'm not sure what that's about. I gotta first try to just unplug the radio and test it back there at the battery, see if there's any current going through with everything off, you know, the key out of the ignition. If there is, you know, keep digging. But like I said, it started after that alternator went bad, so it's kind of weird. I'm not sure exactly. It might just be a coincidence. But yeah, well, like I said, bought a house. Pretty nice. Got a little garage here. The DSM is just gonna get stored for the winter. I might do a little bit of stuff on it here and there. Like I want to do the Brembo swap finally. I have all the Brembos and everything. I just need to. One of my rear calipers needs to be replaced, so I just gotta order one rear caliper for that. I got the rotors and everything, lines, everything's good to go. So I'll throw those on whenever I get a chance. But yeah, I think over the winter I'm gonna try to focus on a different project. Finally, after like, I don't know, I'm gonna say like 8 years of me owning my 1985 Mercedes, I'm gonna do something with it. Which right now, the plan is to just swap an LS into it and T56 trans, and then do like a 15 plus Mustang GT rear diff, and then obviously have to have machine shop make the drive shaft, mash up the drive shaft to you know, the transmission to the rear diff, and then the rear axles, gotta customize those, and then standalone, whatever. But yeah, right now I'm just kind of looking for parts, trying to get stuff as cheap as possible. It's a little bit hard right now because I just bought the house. We're trying to remodel this place, but I'm still trying to, you know, work on cars and do my thing over there. So we'll see how that goes. I might be picking up a trans, which is one of the more expensive parts of this whole swap, tomorrow hopefully. So see how it goes. Once I got the trans, the engine's like $300-400, and I'll have an engine here, and then I could try to drop it in. I gotta pull the old engine on the car first, but then I could try to drop in this engine, see how it fits, see if there's anything I need to do, you know, fabrication wise, fabricate the engine mounts, trans mount, then eventually get the rear diff. Luckily all this stuff's pretty cheap, other than think the most expensive parts are going to be the ECU, which I'm going to have to run a standalone. I'm thinking about just doing Holley Terminator X, and then the ECU trans is expensive, and I think that's the most expensive things for that build. I do want to bag it, so the bags are like $1,500 for that thing too. So all in all, it should be like $6,500, $7,000 in parts, plus a lot of labor and plus a lot of materials for fabrication and stuff like that. So, all right. If I do end up, well, when I end up LS swapping the bends, I'm gonna make or try to make as good videos as I possibly can on this thing. Problem with me is I always focus on just getting the car done rather than making videos, and like right now it's gonna be a little better when I'm doing the Mercedes, because I don't really have a deadline for it. I really don't care when it's done. I just want to make good videos and just do a good job doing the swap. So that should be beneficial towards this for you guys. I should be able to make, like I said, better videos. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, and just stay tuned for the next video. I should be coming out a little bit more frequent now. Like I said, I've been a little busy with the house and everything, even though it's no excuse. But yeah, so stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you later. See you. All right. And that's going to be the end of that.